Good morning, loves. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a quick word that's going to resonate with a group of people, okay? Always test the spirit and take the word back to God to ensure the word is for you. Now, I'm going to explain a prophetic dream that the Lord showed me last night. And if you stay tuned at 12 p.m. today, I will be posting a word pertaining to a job opportunity for someone that is also watching this word, okay? Because this also may resonate with you, okay? So as I mentioned in plenty other words, that this season is the season of truth and the season of vindication. The Lord is going to be confirming your innocence to many people. There are also going to be people who are going to try to come back and apologize to you. There's going to be some people that may come back, they may not apologize, but they're going to come in as if nothing even happened. And that is a form of pride. So pay attention to that as well. Remember that not everybody that comes back in your life, it means that you have to open the door for them. Okay. Always take every single encounter to God to ensure that the person that is coming back is supposed to be in your life. Because some people are only trying to enter your life because they know that they were wrong about you. They don't want to miss out on what it is that God is doing for you. They actually want to be a part of it. However, if people were not there for you when you went through your trials and tribulations, they do not deserve to reap the fruits of your harvest with you. Okay. So again, God has been highlighting words that are very similar these past 3-4 weeks, but it's for a reason. It's because this is the season that the truth is coming out, and this is the season where many of you are going to be vindicated. So in this prophetic dream, I was in a place, I don't know where the place is. It looked like a waiting room, to be honest, like a waiting room at some sort of, resource building, okay? The waiting room is a representation of a public place, meaning that whatever is going to take place in your life this year, it's going to be publicized. It's going to be public. Okay. That's what the waiting room represents. The waiting room also represents that you have been in a waiting period for God to vindicate you. Now, the reason why I'm saying you is because although I was in this prophetic dream, there were many other people that were with me that watched my channel that was also in this prophetic dream as well. Okay. That's how I know the word is going to resonate with not just myself, but many of you guys as well. And I noticed right away that we were sitting down and we were waiting, and I wasn't sure what we were waiting for, but I know that on the left of me, there was a group of God's people sitting down as well. And on the right of me, there was also a group of God's people that were sitting down with me as well. We were all interacting, we were all happy, we were all in a good place, but we were all also nervous when we were sitting and waiting because we have been sitting and waiting for a period of time. Again, I don't know exactly how long it was, but we were very impatient. Now that signifies the impatience that we have sometimes when it comes to our vindication and wondering when God is going to reveal the truth and wondering when God is going to vindicate us, wondering when is it going to be our restoration. So that waiting room and us being impatient just confirms that we were waiting for a very long time. However, you still stayed in queue for God to vindicate you, okay? Everybody that was sitting on the right of me ended up also on the left of me. And I didn't know why everybody moved over to the left. So I turned around and I looked to the right. And as you're seeing this video, it may look like I'm looking to the left, but I'm actually looking to the right. So I looked to the right in the dream and I noticed that sitting next to me was a family of lions. Okay, there was about 1 male lion and 2 female lions. Now, when I saw the lions sitting there, they looked right at me and they looked at the group of people that were sitting next to me. We were very, very nervous, and it made sense why everybody left the right side and came to the left side because of the lions that were there. There was, of course, the natural human instincts is fear when you see lions sitting next to you. They were looking right at us and we were not sure what to do. So I remember saying to the group of God's people that were with me, let's go into this room and let's hide in this room. So as the lions started to become distracted by something else, we used that as an opportunity to sneak into another room so we can hide away from the lions. However, by the time we were on our way to this room, the lions noticed that we got up, and the lions actually got up, but they never chased us. They just walked over to the room that we were in, and the room that we were actually in Originally, it had a door, okay? That's why we thought it was a safe place. But as we got in the room, the door turned into curtains. It turned into curtains, meaning this was something that we could not get away from. This is something that we could not run from. If they need to devour us, they're gonna get us, okay? Automatically, when the door turned into curtains, a lot of us had fear and anxiety. However, we also had faith. We all realized in that moment, like, what are we afraid of? Why are we running? Like, we didn't do anything wrong. God will vindicate us. That's the revelation we're all coming to. And automatically, when the lions came to the curtains, they ended up turning away. They never came in to devour us. And we all came back out of the room and we went back into the waiting room and we sat there. And the lions ended up going right back to where they originally were. And they were just licking their paws and minding their business. They weren't even paying us any mind, okay? So right away, I received a phone call. I got on the phone call. I was communicating with a female on the phone. And it was like in my spirit, I already knew that it was someone that betrayed me. It was someone that spoke falsely about me. It was someone that, grouped up with other people to come against me, but I wasn't 100% sure. But in my spirit, there was like this knowing, right? And this is very important. Listen to this. So as I was on the phone with this person, I didn't hear if they apologized or not. I just remember that I was just so happy. I was talking to them. I was bubbly. And I just kept saying like these jokes and they kept laughing. They were laughing hysterically. And all I remember saying to myself is, as long as they're happy, I just want her to be happy. I don't want her to feel guilty. I don't want her to feel bad. Right. And then I got off the phone with her. As I got off the phone with her, again, I had this awareness that it was someone that betrayed me, but I wasn't 100% sure who, because I've been betrayed by a lot of people, but there was this knowing that it was someone that betrayed me. Again, I didn't remember what she said. I just remember I was talking and I was making her laugh. And I also remember, asking myself when I got off the phone, like, hey, she called me. Why is she so nice to me? I was asking this question. So then I woke up from the dream and the Lord confirmed to me what the representation of the dream is. Okay, so again, the waiting room is a confirmation that many of us are in a waiting season for God to vindicate us, for God to clear our name, and for God to prove our innocence. However, we were getting very impatient. And the lions not devouring us is a confirmation of our innocence. It's a confirmation also that we are God's people, okay? Because when Daniel was in the lion's den, remember, originally he was thrown in there by false accusers. He was thrown in there by people that wanted to deceive him, right? And when he was in the lion's den, the lions did not devour Daniel because of his innocence. The Lord actually protected Daniel and prevented him from being devoured. And when the king saw that Daniel was not devoured by the lions, that was a confirmation to the king and his administrators that not only is Daniel a child of God, but Daniel is innocent, okay? And that also confirmed that the people that got him thrown in the lion's den in the first place were actually lying on Daniel, okay? That's what it meant with when a group of us were in the waiting room and we did not get devoured by the lions. Now, being in the waiting room with the lions is a confirmation that we currently in this season, we are still in the lion's den and we are waiting for God to vindicate us. But while we are in the lion's den, we are not being harmed. God has his protection over us. God is covering us. And we are just waiting now for the vindication process, okay? Basically to be released from this lion's den, okay? Now, the phone call is a representation of many of you guys. There are people out there that already know in your waiting season that you are innocent and that whatever it is they accused you of doing, you did not actually do. So many of us may end up getting phone calls or may end up being approached by people. And also, like I said from the beginning, some people may not actually apologize, but they may come through as if nothing even happened. And the way how I went about the interaction, it was like, I didn't really care what they did to me. It was more so I just wanted peace. And that's the mentality that many of you guys have. Like, you just want peace in your life. You don't really care about what people really did. Although you want to be vindicated, you're not holding resentment, you're not holding grudges. You just want people to know you forgive them, but you also want them to take accountability for what it is that they did, because at the end of the day, it was wrong regardless, right? But my interaction on that phone call was a confirmation to many of us that we are very forgiving people, and that many of you guys, you are still the same person. You're not letting anything that you have gone through change you or turn you bitter. In fact, it confirms that you have matured. It confirms that you have moved forward. And that alone will also give those who hurt you a revelation pertaining to who you are. Because when God was interpreting the dream for me, he specifically said that people are now aware and have received the confirmation that many of God's people are actually very kind. Like, they're seeing the real you, the person they refused to see from the beginning. Okay. So again, it's like, imagine one of Daniel's accusers reaching out to him and contacting him, one of the men that got him thrown in the lion's den, right? So it's similar to that. So it also confirms that people in this season are seeing you from a different perspective, and God is revealing to them who you truly are, and they're able to receive the revelation that they were actually wrong about you. Okay. That's the other confirmation for this. So I want to give you guys this confirmation, whoever it's for. Again, continue to forgive people, love people. But again, it doesn't always mean that they can come back in your life, but it's okay to receive phone calls, apologies, or hear people out if necessary, or even just let them know that you forgave them just so they can have a peace of mind. But again, it does not mean that they are welcome in your personal space. It's still okay to have boundaries, okay? I love you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Bye.